What's going on, guys? Manchester United 3, Southampton 2, and you know what? I'm buzzing off this victory. I feel like this is our best victory under Oli, bruv. Like, forget all the other victories, yeah, in terms of what they meant and stuff, but I just mean the way the match went. These are, if we were challenging for the title, at the end of the season, you would say this is the game that won us the title. These are literally these title-winning games. Coming back from 1-0 down and then 2-2 to winning it late on, especially when the momentum's kind of swinging and changing, and anyone that knows football games knows that football is a game of momentum. When they equalised and made it 2-2, a lot of people thought, yo, it's going to be one of them days. And to fucking score after that and quite close to that, it shows the resilience, the levels. Man are well and truly fucking back, bruv. I don't think anyone can doubt Ole Solskjaer anymore in terms of his pedigree and also how right he is for this job. Like, guys, it was just one of them games. It was up and down. It was scrappy at the beginning. I think tactically Ole got it wrong. And I think it was quite clear that Ole got it wrong. First half, we got overran in the midfield. McTominay and Pereira were nowhere near their centre midfielders, and it meant that Pogba was starved of the ball, and it was just horrible to watch. Like, early doors, Lukaku missed a couple chances, and we literally thought, yo, it's going to be one of them days. Because I remember Brighton away, Tottenham away, West Ham as well away, where early doors Lukaku missed quite easy chances. The first one, he scuffed it into the floor, and the keeper made a decent save, but the pace was taken off the ball because he didn't connect well with it. That was on his stronger foot. And then a point blank one where either side of the keeper, Rom scores and he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And I thought, you know what? Like, we usually get punished when he's wasteful like that. And luckily today we didn't. Lukaku fucking saved us, bruv. He pulled it out the bag. And I've always said about Rom, he'll never be an elite player for two reasons. One, he's technically not good enough, but also two, he needed about 6 chances today, 6 or 7 chances to score these 2 goals. And against the top teams, you don't get that many chances, bruv. And that's why my opinion on him will never change, bro. But today, fucking credit where it's due. Like, 2 goals with a weaker foot. You can tell that he's been working on his finishing for sure, bruv. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finishing school in training camp. That's 2 weaker foot goals he scored today. And he didn't smash at them. You notice on his right foot, because he doesn't trust it, he's more careful. He's already got the natural power in his shot because he's a big guy, and he just passed it into the corner, both goals. Whereas when it was on his left foot in the first half, he snatched at it and kicked it into the floor. So you can see that he's been working on the finishing, and he takes more care on his right foot, and that's 2 very good goals. And again, the Crystal Palace goal on the right foot, bottom corner again, didn't snatch at it because he don't trust the right foot. And if that's the case, Rom, keep shooting with your right fucking foot, because your left foot's not doing it for you right now, bro. So, like, I was extremely happy for Lukaku today, bruv. Like, you can see what goals mean to him, and Solskjaer even said, he was like, Rom's a goal scorer. Like, he said, man even celebrates goals in training, like. And that's what he is. He's a goal scorer. He's no more than that. As an overall footballer, he lacks so much that he will never be elite. And that's why my opinion won't change of him. He's very one-dimensional. However, as I said, if he's willing to be a squad player for us, because I don't think he's good enough to take us to the next level where we want to be. If he's happy to be a part of this Manchester United project and be able to come in and out and score goals for us, vital goals like today, then, bruv, I'm more than happy to have Rom in the squad, bruv. But I just feel like when everyone's fit, I'm not starting him. Like, that will not change, man. Going through today's performance, I think Ashley Young was woeful today. But I did say, you never know when you're going to get Ashley or Trashley, bro. Like, it just is what it is. More often than not, it's Trashley these days, isn't it? Age is catching up with him. His decision-making is not good enough. And if you press him, he's a liability, bruv. He plays that same Sunday League fucking ball down the right wing all the time. And if Rashford's not there to chase it, he just turns over possession, bruv. I think he was at fault for both goals. And against better teams, he actually plays well. Like, that's why it's confusing, bruv. Like, against the Arsenals, the Liverpools, and the Ashley Young puts in solid performances. Then against these shit teams, he just dies, bro. Like, Guys, I don't even know. Like, let me know in the comment section what you think it is, because Ashley Young's doing my head in right now. Do you know what I mean? And Smaldini today, yeah, first half he wasn't great. Second half he improved. But one thing I would say is, yeah, a lot of people don't realise defensively, from set pieces, we look 10 times better with Chris Smalling in. Like, the amount of times he wins headers at the near post or puts his body on the line, he's an old-fashioned defender that loves to defend. That is it. He's got no feet. Like, his anticipation's not the best, his reading of the game's not the best, but he's a reactive defender and he loves getting his shorts dirty. And I think that's why he complements Lindelof, and that is why, if everyone's fit, these two kind of have to play for us right now. They have to. Victor was solid again as usual. Like, he's putting in consistent 7 out of 10s at worst now. Like, he's our best centre-back at the club. I don't think anyone can question that. Luke Shaw had a quiet game. I think he had a bad game, to be honest. Obviously, I was trolling people online because Luke Shaw is what a lot of you lot think that Dalot is what you lot think Luke Shaw is, bruv. Dalot is a world-class talent in the making, bruv. Like, his ceiling could be so high. Luke Shaw's ceiling is an 8 out of 10. It is, if I'm completely honest. But a lot of people talk about him like he's a prime Roberto Carlos, and that's why I go out of my way to troll them. It's not because I have an agenda against Luke Shaw, because I don't. It's just that I know that he's not as good as you lot think he is, in all honesty. And today, David De Gea should do way better for the goal, 100%. But Luke Shaw always gets beaten down the outside, loads of crosses coming on his side. And the defending today, if you watch the goal, he doesn't get out to his man. He has his hands behind his back and then he turns away from man. Even if he stuck his foot out and threw himself at the ball, he blocks that. He didn't. And those are fine margins, bruv. Because if we lost that game 1-0, I'm looking at the keeper and I'm looking at Luke Shaw. And I'm more looking at Luke Shaw because the shot should have been blocked, bro. Like, the keeper should have saved it. But De Gea saved us so many times that I'm extremely reluctant, yeah, to say, yo, De Gea should have saved that. Because he saved shit that he ain't meant to save. Do you know what I'm saying? So, with that in mind, like, that was a very shit goal to concede. I would say it was against the run of play because we are battering Southampton. We missed a few chances early doors, for sure. And it's just like, it threatened to be a very, very, very frustrating game, but we fucking dug it out, guys, and that's what champions do. Like I tweeted, we're going to win the fucking league just to piss people off. Obviously, we're nowhere near the winning the league. We're not going to win the league, but like, we played like a team that could win the league. Like, in terms of form and the run that we're on, since Ollie's taken over, we're top of the form table, bruv. Like, we are. We've got the most amount of points won. Like, if the league started when Ollie took over, we'd be top of the league, bruv. And we would be going to win the title. So when I said, oh, we're going to win the fucking league, I was taking a piss clearly. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you see the momentum, the belief, and just the results, bruv. Like, it's of a title winning side, innit? Like, first half, Pereira, McTominay, bruv. I was saying McTominay, bruv, aka Sergio Biscuits, you get me, bruv? He's just like the British Busquets, blood. That's how he was looking, yeah? And then he just looked a bit shaky, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, McTominay's the king of keeping it simple, bruv. And I think that Busquets is literally the poster boy for just doing the simple things exceptionally, innit, bruv? Because there's nothing fucking fancy about his game, blood. So now McTominay, yeah, is Sergio Biscuits, rude boy, yeah. That's what he is, because he's a dead version, yeah. And it's all British, blood. So man's Biscuits, yeah. So Biscuits had a quiet start. Pereira was shit first half. I ain't even gonna lie, bruv. I was borderline thinking, yo, take him off for Fred. I really was. Pereira was poor, but then he changed man's mind with a Mr. Whippy 99, bruv. Hold the flake, all the fucking sauce and sprinkles. I'm telling you, my man bins that out. He wrapped that like a portion of chips, bruv. Cover that in ketchup, man. I'm telling you, red sauce, blood. Like, it was beautiful, man. Bro, like, anyone that ain't seen the game, you need to see Pereira's goal, bruv. He wrapped that. This was a game of exceptional goals, bruv. I don't think I've seen a game where there's been that many good goals in it. You know what I mean? Pereira's wrapped this, and then I thought, boom, we're looking good. And guess where the change of momentum came from? The introduction of Dalot, bruv. That's where it came from. Because we went in at half-time 1-0 down, but Dalot changed the game. We took off Alexis, fucking nicking a living, man like Mowgli, bruv. I'm telling you, we just need to cash in on him, because it's no coincidence that we look like a fucking football team as soon as he gets injured. Like, me, I really wanted it to work out with him, but he's not good enough, bruv. Dalot comes on and he changes the game. The first thing he does, picks up the ball, takes man down the outside, whips in across. I didn't see Shaw do that all game. And that's why I'll keep pressing on the subject, guys. I don't like keep talking about Luke Shaw, but every time he does something half decent in a 90-minute game, you lot are bombarding my fucking Twitter mentions, and it's annoying, bruv. That's why every time I get a chance, bruv, I am moving petty and I'm winding you up on Twitter. I don't mean it, because I don't care about Shaw enough, but man are deluded. Like, the world-class talent that Dalot has, yeah, the way he goes past players effortlessly, it's natural talent, skill. Like, the way he just goes past guys and puts in pinpoint crosses. He floated in a beautiful cross. Lukaku should have scored. He didn't. But Dalot he was sensational when he come in, bruv. The young Joaquin Sanchez, bruv, I'm telling you. Like, he was moving like fucking Cristiano when we first signed him. Like, just taking man down the outside, ghosting them. And he changed the game for us. We started to create loads and loads and loads of chances when Dalot came on. And then Fred came on. A lot of man saying, yeah, Fred shit. Fred had a goal involvement, bruv. He's the one who played that cute ball through the legs to Lukaku for the second goal, bruv. So again, Fred was involved. And I saw a stat here that he's got more goal involvements than Naby Keita, bruv. And that was the guy that everyone had to look out for. So all in all, guys, like, make no mistake about it. A lot of people will look at the score and they'll gas over the performance and talk a load of shit, but it wasn't a great performance. But you know what? It's not meant to be a great performance. You can't play well every week, but the top teams win when they're not playing well. And that's why I think that Manchester City will win the league, is because when Liverpool aren't playing well, they don't really grind results out, bruv. I find that they normally blow teams away or it's a draw. Just like when we played Liverpool, they didn't play well. We should have beat them. And that's just what it is, man. Like, when they're not firing on all cylinders, they can't grind out results like we grinded out this result today. And that's why I don't favour them here over the long haul. And I feel like we have to take a lot away from today's performance. I think that there weren't really any outstanding performances apart from when you look at Dalot. Do you know what I mean? Lukaku scored 2 very good goals. Very good goals. But again, overall, his performance wasn't great. And that's what I mean about, I look at football holistically, innit? So when I have my views on certain players, I look at the whole package. I can see their faults. I love Marcus Rashford, but I know that Marcus Rashford don't have a football brain. He doesn't. He plays like he's in the playground. He's got the raw skill and the raw talent of like he's a very raw playground style footballer. He'll try tricks when maybe he shouldn't. Like, the runs he should make, he probably doesn't. And he'll miss the chances he should score, and he'll score the chances that he has no right to take. I'm very aware of what our players have and what they don't have. That's not me being harsh. That's me looking at the whole thing. I could look at Rashford and say, yeah, he does bare tricks and he scores goals. Look at him on paper and be like, yo, well, Rashford's world class. But really and truly, he's not, bro. Like, I would argue that if Manchester United are to get back to their elite level, yeah, of where we're meant to be, he's not even good enough to start for us. And that's harsh, but it's the fucking reality. And the same goes for Rom. Like, Rom he sees things in his head, but he's not technically good enough to execute them. The amount of times that Rom might see a pass, like the little reverse ball he played to Sanchez against Arsenal, yeah, Rom sees those passes all the time, but 9 times out of 10, he can't sort his fucking feet out to play them because he's not good enough technically. Like, if Rashford had Rom's brain, he would be a top-level player. If Rom had Rashford's feet, he would be a top-level player. But both of them don't have it between them. So because of that, them man are both very limited footballers. You know what I mean? So I can see things, brother. It's not because I'm just trying to be controversial. It's not because I'm trying to be negative. It's because I'm realistic, brother. I know that we have so much. Like, we have so much to do, brother. Do you know what I mean? So with that all in mind, I'm extremely happy with today's result, bruv. Like, a lot of people complain about certain things. James Ward-Prowse, yeah, the fucking Poundland David Beckham, bruv. What a fucking free kick, bruv. That was a stanchion. My man put that right in the postage. There's nothing De Gea could have done about that. Nothing at all. Trashley, yeah, should have never let that free kick come about in the first place. But I tell you what, you see free kicks like that, that's world class. If Lionel Messi puts that in the top corner, man, I got their cocks out, bruv. That's how good the free kick was. So sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, you know what, unstoppable. But the beautiful thing about today is the momentum shifted. It looked like we weren't going to do it. Everyone thought it was going to be one of them days. I know them Arsenal man had their tweets drafted, and then guess fucking what? Ollie's at the wheel, blood. Tactical masterclass again. Ollie showed his elite managerial level because he fucked up tactically. He fucked it up. He let us get overrun in the midfield at the beginning. Alexis was playing at the tip of the diamond. Rashford got moved out to the right. And it wasn't working. Alexis wasn't helping us defensively. Andreas Pereira's not quick enough across the grass. We missed Fred in there. So because of that, them man had a bag of space in the midfield and they bossed the midfield. Even though we had more possession, we didn't have any territory. We didn't have control of the game. When he brought on Dalot and Pogba dropped deeper, it changed everything. Again, Pogba sacrificed himself for the good of the team. A lot of people are saying, oh, Pogba had a quiet game today. He missed a fucking penalty. I was gutted because the amount of shit I was giving about my blood clot choke blood for missing the penalty. I was pissed that Pogba missed the penalty because statistically, I want him to keep playing well because a lot of man, if they don't see stats, they don't realise what Pogba gives in it. So sometimes it's nice to be like, yeah, Pogba's got more goals than your striker. But today it didn't happen in terms of scoring. But he's the one who shored up the midfield for us. He dropped deep. He was playing deeper than McTominay and Andreas, which allowed Andreas to get forward to score that goal. And that's what it was. Pogba actually sacrificed himself again for the team. And that's what happens when we don't have Matic and Pereira. We lose a lot from Paul Pogba. So our depth needs to improve. But again, there were so many little cogs and little things that Ollie changed that he deserves all the fucking praise for this performance. Okay, man of the matches, guys. Obviously, Romelu Lukaku, game changer. He's your obvious man of the match. I'll give it to him, yeah, only because it was a game changer, bruv. Like, it was a game changer in the sense that the way the momentum was going, we didn't deserve. Like, I felt like we didn't deserve to win that game. We did in terms of pressure, but I mean, if you know football, you know once a team scores against the run of play, and then the last 10 minutes you're under pressure, and then for us to then to carry on that momentum, like, football's a game of momentum. When you're on top, you should score. We started the game on top, we didn't score. Ron missed a couple sitters. And when you don't score when you're on top, you always get punished. So the fact that against the momentum, I wouldn't say the run of play because we still had a lot of the ball. Against the momentum, Rom popped up. So I'll give it to him only for that. Because my man of the match in terms of impact was Dalot. Because he's the one. He was the catalyst. He's the one that allowed us to keep making these chances, to push forward, to be a nuisance. And all of that came from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So the real fucking MVP is Ollie. Ollie's at the fucking wheel, bruv. How many more times does this guy have to do this? Like, before people start putting respect on this guy's name, bro. I'll tell you what, because if he wasn't one of our own, man would have been going on like he's doing miracles, bruv. He's doing, you know what I'm saying? He's doing what Pep done at Barcelona, bruv. He's bringing the heritage back. He's bringing that feeling of, yeah, that feeling, that love. The reason why I fell in love with this football club has returned, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Under the likes of Moyes, LVG, Snoreen, a lot of men started feeling like, yo, like, I don't recognize this football club. Now we are fucking back, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And that's down to Ollie. So he's the real MVP. So in the comment section, guys, anyone that's watched the game, bruv, get involved. Let me know what you think of the game, star performances. Yeah, let me know what you thought, man. And if you're still not convinced by Ollie, let me know why, because I'm curious, because a certain man are still not convinced, and I don't know what you man are smoking. But honestly, guys, brilliant performance in terms of getting the 3 points. We showed a lot of character again, just like the Burnley 2-2. We've shown that when our back's against the wall, when we're not favourites, we can still fucking make it happen. So I'm over the moon, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you follow me on the socials and get involved in the Rants Red Talk. Obviously, I put my tweets out, so it's at Rants and Bants on Twitter, at Rants and Bants on Instagram. You know the trolling that goes on there, so I'm always active. Make sure you get there, and also make sure you fucking subscribe if you ain't subbed already, guys. It's been emotional. Obviously, it's my little bro Expression's birthday. That's why I wasn't at the game today. We're heading out for some food and then we're hitting the town. And obviously, Spurs didn't lose and United won. We are now 4th again and we're going to the fucking Emirates dance floor next week to dance all over these cunts. So, it's all good vibes. It's been emotional. Big up yourselves. Peace.